Winter is approaching, and with it comes the colder, darker days. During this time, we can choose to let the darkness consume us, or we can decide to embrace this season and all the coziness it has to offer. Come along with me as I embrace that coziness on this cozy weekend in my life. We're starting off a little cozy day in my life. If you live in the Midwest or Northern United States or Canada or anywhere where the seasons actually change, you know that the beginning of November is not always the most exciting time because it officially becomes the crappy part of fall and the beginning of the cold, gross months that so many of us despise. And I'm along with you on most of that. This is actually the weekend where daylight savings time changes, which means that we will be losing even more light in the afternoon, which always immediately triggers me to just feel more unmotivated and just kind of feel like crap all the time. And then that continues on up until the days finally start to get longer again in December. So this is definitely not the most fun. I am very excited for like the holiday season coming up and all of that, but it is so hard to find motivation and to fight that kind of seasonal affective disorder or seasonal depression. And I definitely feel the effects of that with everyone else that lives in the Northern Hemisphere. So with that being said, I wanted to take you guys along on a little cozy day in my life, romanticizing the darker, colder season that we are entering into right now. So I'm going to share with you guys some of the ways that I fight seasonal affective disorder and prevent myself from feeling that kind of winter blues feeling that so many of us feel. I'm not perfect at it by any means. I definitely have my days where I am affected by it too, but I do try to fight it as much as possible. And then I also wanted to run by Starbucks, and now that their holiday drinks are out, pick up a holiday drink. And then I also think we're probably gonna bake something and then just do some cozy reading. I'll share some of the books that I've been reading, some book reviews. And yeah, that's gonna kind of be the day today. So it is actually like 1 o'clock right now. Brandon and I woke up this morning and went to go visit our friend that is in a nursing home right now. She's kind of like a grandma that we have adopted. And then we just kind of hung out a little bit and I spent some time with Brandon, but he's gonna be gaming for the rest of the afternoon, which gives me the opportunity to have a sweet, cozy day. I think the first thing that I am going to do is go for a little walk, which is a huge thing that I do in the wintertime. No, if you live somewhere where it gets cold, it sucks, but if you bundle up, I promise it will make you feel better. You'll be getting that vitamin D that we all need to feel good, and you'll be breathing just fresh air, which just makes you feel so much better. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I will be completely honest with you guys, it is not that cold here today. It was cold earlier this week, I promise. It snowed, but it actually is like 60 degrees right now. But I plan on filming this video, and all of these tips do still apply because it is still gonna get dark. It's just 60 degrees here, so it's not actually that bad. Drinks are secured. I always want to do the cute little shot of me like grabbing the drinks from the counter, but Brandon always also wants a drink and it's really hard to grab 2 drinks and do that. Did I drop the, yeah I did. I dropped the sleeve off of this one. Okay, I got the gingerbread latte. Very excited to try this. Brandon also got one, but he got his with oat milk. So let me just see how this is. It's not nearly as flavorful as I want it to be. Where'd my sleeve go? Oh, there it is. Not bad, but there's somebody in the car next to me, so I'm gonna wait until she leaves, otherwise I'm gonna talk like a weirdo. It probably would be sweeter if I had gotten the whipped cream on top, but I just don't like whipped cream on drinks. But my walk was very nice. I will say another thing that is really important for me with just fighting seasonal affective disorder and keeping happy through the wintertime is having things to look forward to, whether that be getting a Starbucks drink, trying the new Starbucks drinks, or just like decorating for the holidays, which is a whole nother tangent that I have, is if you get mad at people for decorating early for the holidays, like, I understand, I get it. I'm not the type of person to decorate early, but if that brings people joy, don't don't yuck on their yums, okay? Like, they have every right to go and celebrate the holidays early if that makes them happy, because like I said, November and early December suck. Okay, so do January and February, but it's just like, allow people to enjoy the things that they enjoy. And if that is Starbucks drinks, awesome. And if that is holidays, awesome. And you need to find the things that bring you joy too. So I'm very much looking forward to the holiday season, and we probably won't do much decorating because in all honesty, we never do much decorating, but we will put our Christmas tree up at some point here. And I'm really excited for all of that. But also, like, you can also make hanging out with a friend or going to see a movie, like whatever it is that brings you joy, continue to do those things throughout the winter months, because I know it can be so hard to find fun things to do and have things to look forward to, because I know most of us don't go on vacation through the winter time. And yeah, it's just really hard to find things that you enjoy. So whatever the thing is that you enjoy it to the fullest, and do not let anyone hate on you for enjoying that. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and head home, and we're gonna cozy up and have a super cozy rest of the afternoon. Okay, it's quite a bit later. Well, not quite a bit. It's been like an hour or so, and I've just been sitting here reading on my Kindle. And I thought that I would share a book review from the book that I just finished 2 days ago, yesterday, something like that. And that was Love and Other Words by Kristen Lauren, which I realized after reading the book that Kristen Lauren is actually two girls that were friends and started writing books together, and that's their pen name together. But I am a fan. It was such a good book. I think I rated it 5 stars. Like, I don't think I've read a 5-star book. And maybe I've read like one other 5-star book this year. And this was one of them. This is added to the list. It was so good. It was a dual timeline book, which I don't normally love dual timeline books, but this was done in a good way. And it was, of course, one of those books where throughout the dual timeline, there's some event that happened that ended up splitting up the couple, and you don't know what that is until the very end. And 99% of the time when I read books like that, it's not done well, and you get to like the plot twist where you finally figure out what split the couple up, and it ends up being like the stupidest thing, and you're like, seriously? You split up because of that. And in this book, it was 11 years that they had been apart. So the whole book, I was like, man, I'm going to get to this and it's going to be so stupid and I'm going to hate the book because, like, there's no reason they couldn't have just communicated through that. And that did not happen in this book. I got to the plot twist and I was like, okay, I get it. I understand. I possibly also would have handled it that way. Hopefully not, but I possibly would have. So it was super, super good. I highly recommend. And I liked it so much that I then picked up, what's it called? Holidays, which is also by Kristen Lauren. And I'm currently 22% of the way done with that. And so far I do enjoy it. Probably won't like it quite as much as I liked Love and Other Words, but this is one of their earlier books. So it isn't quite as, I don't know, flawless or whatever. I don't know, as Love and Other Words was, but I am enjoying it. This is kind of like if you've ever seen that old movie, Groundhog's Day, where the guy has to relive the same day over and over again. That's kind of the vibe of this book. So I'll give a full review once I am done with that, but I've been enjoying myself just cozying on the little chair that I have sitting here in the kitchen now. And yeah, one of the ways that I really enjoy romanticizing like the colder, shorter days is definitely by reading and just getting cozy. Like while I've been sitting here, I have one of those little like ambiance in the background, like jazzy music type things with like a cute little fireplace scene, and just like setting the mood like that and just really getting cozy and like having a blanket, having a little cup of coffee and just cozying up with your book, or just doing whatever you do. Like even if it's sitting down for dinner, like lighting a candle and like turning on like the soft lighting in your house, really having lots of lamps. We have a little fireplace on our TV stand and like lighting that just to like set the mood. If you've ever heard of like the hygge, I think is how you pronounce it. It's the Hygge. Hygge, I think is the like Swedish like art of creating coziness. And I feel like embracing some of those things, like having those cozy textiles and like mood lighting and just things like that, really can help you to just romanticize the colder, darker days. And also when it is bright outside, like opening the blinds and just like actually getting sunlight into your house. I know that like it's so hard to do that during the week because you wake up and it's dark out and you go to work. And then when you get off work, it's dark outside. Totally get that. But like on the weekends, you can open up the blinds and just let the sunlight come in. It's good for your space. It's good for your mental health. It's good for the plants you have in your house if you have plants in your house. And it just makes everything so much nicer. So really setting the tone and getting light when you can and making it cozy when you can't are all very important things. So I think I'm just going to continue sitting here reading for the next, 30, 45 minutes or so. And then Brandon and I are going to make some nachos tonight. And I do also want to bake something. I'm thinking about making like snickerdoodle cookies. I know that's some of Brandon's favorite cookies. And I have never made those. And I know that he hasn't had them for a while. Which, I don't know, my pumpkin chocolate chip cookies may have taken the first spot in his heart for best cookies. I don't know. I will have to ask him. But snickerdoodle cookies kind of sound good. And I think we're out of pumpkin, which is a travesty. And I need to make sure that I pick up some pumpkin next time I go to the store because we cannot go into the Thanksgiving season without pumpkin. Not that I like pumpkin pie. I feel like Thanksgiving has done a disservice to pumpkin everywhere because I know so many people, including myself, that grew up and their only exposure to pumpkin was pumpkin pie, and they hated it, and it was disgusting because in all honesty, pumpkin pie is kind of disgusting. But if you put some pumpkin in a good chocolate chip cookie, totally different vibe. I have converted so many people, and this is how I was converted as well. Hated pumpkin, and then I had a college professor that his wife would make chocolate pumpkin cookies every single Christmas for our like little geology Christmas party. And she converted me, and now I have converted so many other people as well. So if you hate pumpkin, make the chocolate chip cookie recipe, the pumpkin chocolate chip cookie recipe that I've put in several videos. I'll link it down below. You will like pumpkin, I promise. But I'm going to stop rambling because I had absolutely nothing to do with seasonal affective disorder, though I think pumpkin chocolate chip cookies have the ability to bring life and happiness to everyone's day. But I'm going to continue reading until dinner time. That wasn't very aesthetic.
I did my absolute best on that.
Brandon and I just finished up dinner. Like I said, we had nachos. They were super good. I love making nachos as like an easy little fun meal. I don't think I'm gonna bake anything tonight, but I'll probably bake something tomorrow. So I'll continue this video into tomorrow, but really have just been hanging out, chilling, reading, just relaxing today. Like I said, trying not to do any work today. I did do a little bit. I actually made the thumbnail for this video because I wanted to be on top of that and ahead of the game on that. But I really do like doing everything that I do for YouTube. Like, it doesn't feel like work most of the time, but I am trying to embrace kind of living a little bit slower, especially right now as I'm not working another job, which still on the works for that. I did actually have someone reach out to me from my past life in the chamber and kind of offer an opportunity for a job. So I am looking over the job description for that and seeing if that's something that I would like to pursue and thinking of some other ways as well. So I'll update you guys on that at some point, but I don't want to talk too much about it before kind of things are finalized. So that's kind of what's going on that front. But like I said, I am trying to just live a little bit slower, and I think that that is something that wintertime really teaches us, is just to slow down, and everything in nature needs a time of rest. Like trees are not producing fruit all the time, animals are not, you know, in their birthing season all the time. Like there are just periods of rest and recuperation, and I think that is so important to just take a little bit of that in the wintertime. Obviously, I'm still pursuing my goals and sticking to my routines, but when I can, just kind of not driving as much, not going out as much, not going places as much, just kind of hunkering down into your little home, your little den, and making it cozy is really important in the wintertime. And I'm trying to do that a little bit more, even though it's not my personality. But I have done a good job of relaxing and reading today, quite a bit further in my book. And one thing I am really liking about this book is that I don't know for sure who the character is going to end up with. Like who the main character, what love interest she's going to end up with. And I like that because I feel like every single romance book that I have ever read, you immediately know who the person is going to end up with in the end. It's like a Hallmark movie where they're dating this person and they end up with the guy from the small town or whatever. Like you always just know. So I appreciate the fact that I don't know for sure. I think I have a good idea, but it could go either way, and I like that. So I think I'm actually going to go upstairs and hang out in the spare bedroom with Brandon while he plays some games. I like going in there and just kind of like hanging out, watching him play, reading a little bit, kind of chatting with his friends because I'm also friends with them. And yeah, we just have a good banter that goes on. So I think I'm going to do that for a little while. And then I'll probably just go to bed. But like I said, I will take you guys along tomorrow when I do a little bit of baking and continue on the cozy vibes. I love it. I feel good. I'm happy. It is the next day and it's like 4 o'clock right now, and I've accomplished nothing today other than going for a walk, which normally energizes me, but I just felt like taking a nap after that. So I was just chilling upstairs for a little while. I'm now going to be a little bit productive just because I feel that kind of tired where it's like, it feels if you lay and rest, you are going to feel worse. Like I have that weird feeling in my head. So I'm going to be productive for a little while. I found a YouTube video that I'm gonna watch. I'm just gonna put it on for the next 30 minutes and like clean the kitchen and just make our space a little bit more organized and feeling a little better, because I feel like that's what I need right now. Which is a good point. If you are kind of feeling the winter blues and you have kind of been laying around for all of the time, if you're just like laying around and not being productive at all, I know I said rest yesterday, but sometimes it is important to make your space clean, make it feel good, and just be a little productive because it makes you feel good. So that is what I'm gonna do right now. I already feel better just standing up. So let's clean this kitchen a little. It is now Monday and I'm about to go and edit this video, and I realized I never ended it off because I did my little cleaning session and then ended up just honestly relaxing more for the rest of the weekend, which I feel like fits into the cozy weekend that we had. So definitely was a cozy weekend. I feel good and rejuvenated and ready for the week. So I'm glad that I kind of took that time to just be cozy and enjoy myself. And I'm looking forward to more cozy days to come as we move into the darker, colder days of winter/fall. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video off right here. And thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, please make sure that you subscribed and like this video. And then also comment down below what your favorite thing to do on a cozy day is. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.